What up, everybody? I'm Caleb.
And I'm Micah.
And we'd like to welcome you to This Life Together.
That's Twogether. What's with this showing up voice?
I don't know.
Caleb over here like, who's the master?
Never said.
Boy, go. Rest in peace, vanity.
Oh, dang. It just got dark. Okay.
So, y'all, I'm like delirious right now. Please don't charge anything I say that's out of line to my heart right now. I'm literally recording this with my eyes closed.
Okay. We're going to steam through this.
Yes, we are.
Come on. So tonight, what we're going to talk about is just giving the update on where we are with wedding planning, where we are with our weight towards wedding planning, or towards the wedding day. All the little...
Been a long time coming.
Man, all the little quirks and random stuff that's popping up. So this is just kind of like a check-in with us in that regard. We probably going to give it to y'all up until the day of.
We only really got a couple more shows until the wedding because we're almost at officially 30 days. Whoop, whoop.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like Kev said, we just really wanted to give you guys kind of an update on this whole process because it's been like an amazing ride. And I think just the biggest thing we wanted to touch on is how crazy life-changing events not only affect you, but also the people around you in good and bad ways. And what I mean by that, people always say, like, once you have a baby, you really notice how people start to treat you. I'll definitely say the same applies to weddings, for better and for worse. So just to kind of backtrack a little bit. We first got engaged in the summer, so we got engaged in July, as we've mentioned like a couple of episodes back. And since we've gotten engaged, we've noticed an influx of people that have been trying to insert themselves in our process and our planning, or B, have just really been being real weird about
I mean, to go to add on to what Michael was saying, I think we might have had a discussion a couple of days ago, and it was just like, I really feel like, oh no, you know what? I think this was a separate conversation that I was having in the same relation, but it's kind of weird how people just act so weird around certain stuff, and I don't know if it's like a neurological thing.
They treat being invited to a wedding as like a rite of passage. It's very strange to me.
Whether you know them, like them, whether they
even like you. I feel like it's really the thing. It's really weird.
I don't know. I feel like it's just weird. I feel like the only other time I've seen people act this weird is around a funeral.
Oh, God. Like, yeah, we're going to dip into that, too.
Yeah.
A good example of the weirdness. So... Something one of my coworkers told me, who she got married last year in September, and she was telling me that her mom was actually inviting members of her church's congregation to come to the wedding and the reception. But mind you, they were people that my coworker did not know, she never spoke to them, not even a hey sister, how you doing? God is good all the time, God is good. None of that. Nothing. So, I mean, it just was really weird, and she was kind of taken aback by it, and her mom and her actually ended up having like some back and forth around it. And I think it's funny because throughout this process, my mom has also been kind of like throwing people in the mix, and I think that she doesn't necessarily understand, or up until recently, she didn't necessarily understand that I'm like, yeah, no, they can't come. And my parents are paying for our reception. So for certain people... At first, I'm like, okay, well, if you want them there, they can come. This past Saturday, or Saturday, whichever day that was, I had to just put my foot down and say, look, Mom, I love you. I don't know these people. They can't come. This is like our day, and we need it to be consisting of people who have been impactful in our relationship. And I don't mean just like, oh, like, hey, what's up? Like, no, I mean like the the people who have been pointing us along this path that even got us to the point where we knew each other to be getting down this aisle and are going to continue to support our relationship post down the aisle. So it was like she called me and told me that one of my dad's aunts, or no, one of my dad's sisters was upset that she wasn't invited to the wedding. And me and my dad, we got a special kind of relationship. We'll get into that later on if y'all stick with it. Maybe. But I've only met this particular sister once, and that was probably about 3 or 4 years ago. Mind you, I'm 28 years old. So for her to be upset that she wasn't invited to the wedding, it really rubbed me the wrong way, because it's like, sis, you done missed out on my whole life. Like, you've never tried to contact me, you've never tried to call me, you've never tried to do any of those things. And the reasoning behind why my mother said she was upset kind of infuriated me even more. So she was like, she believes that it's unfair that it's 3 sisters and the other 2 got invited and she didn't get invited. And I'm like, bro, I know them. I don't even know this aunt's government name. Like, sis, this is not an invitation. You're not coming. So yeah, Caleb looking at me real intense.
I'm not looking at you intense. I'm
getting
just
it off my chest.
I'm just letting it go.
I'm letting
I figured that's what you was doing. You was
Gotta
gonna poop yourself out and just go straight to sleep.
Man, I'm tinkered out.
But I think it's interesting because on one end, we definitely want to stick to, this is our day. And the thing that I've heard from numerous people is like, man, when you're planning a wedding, you're not really planning it for yourself. You're not really doing anything for yourself.
Because we've been dropping coins.
Man, it's crazy. But it's like, on that end, it's just like really you making the wedding ceremony is one thing, which I think is completely separate from the reception. And I think that we keep lumping it all together, but I think the thing that I'm starting to realize is that a lot of it is the reception. Now, if we think about it, the ceremony is the most important part, but the reception is the glorified part.
I feel like people just be hyped because it's an open bar. That's really all it is. Like, if you don't have an open bar at your reception, I bet you drop that guest list down in half. Matter of fact, word of advice from the Mosses: if you don't want to invite a lot of people to your reception, tell them it's not an open bar. I bet you they be like, you know what, dog, I got to work that day.
Yeah. I didn't think about that, but I didn't even know it was open bar until like 2 weeks ago.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. Well, but I was going to say on the other side, so that's one thing, we definitely want to make sure that we keeping the main focus. But on the other end, it's kind of interesting to see how other cultures, they live for that. Like, they actually don't care. Like, I've seen a lot of, I think it was a Macedonian and an Indian wedding where it was just like family friends of their friends and they friends, and it was just like the more people come, the more gifts you get. Now the thing about that is that ain't how that work over here.
Yeah, that's
and it kind of sucked because it's like, dude, if I'm inviting you, at least bring me something. Now, I'm not saying like you need to bring me $3,000, $300.
Please
but yeah, I'm not saying don't. But bring something. Like, I feel like that's just completely inconsiderate, and you're not. Yeah, it's inconsiderate. Like, how you can't come to somebody's wedding, not bring nothing, not even a card to let us know that you were there. It's just, I don't know. I just feel a certain way about that. That's why it's like sometimes if somebody invite me to a wedding, if I don't feel comfortable going, if I don't think that we had that type of relationship for you to even be inviting me, I'm not gonna say I think about it from the standpoint of you just trying to get some money, but I'm not about to go. Like,
I feel like that's something that's not even that common though. Like, most people, if they get invited to a wedding, they don't care how well they knew the person. They just gonna be hyped and they gonna go.
Yeah, I've over the last 5 years, I've declined, I think, 3 weddings.
Yeah.
So, and I felt the way about doing it originally just because I feel like I've been programmed, like, it's a wedding, you gotta go. I'm like, nah, I ain't really cool with you, and I don't really know your spouse at all. So, I mean, God bless y'all. That's all I got. But I don't know. I think it's like we said, we coming down the home stretch now. I think we 31 days.
Yeah.
I think about 31 days out.
Tomorrow is officially 30 days. Tomorrow is the 18th. Tomorrow is also the day we went on our
almost thought that was today.
No, it's the first time we ever went out, I believe.
I think that might be today. I think that's today. Is today.
Aww.
I got it in my calendar.
Aw, honey. Look at you looking all fine. We about to cut this short. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
So I'm totally playing.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. But no, just even outside of all of that though, I will say that this has been one heck of a process to shine a spotlight on just like how awesome it is to receive so much love and support and encouraging words, not only from family and friends, but even people that we don't even know. So 2 weeks ago, we actually went to the bank to open up our joint bank account, and the lady who helped us, her name was Colleen. Shout out to Colleen at PNC. Don't nobody be trying to hack our bank account.
Bruh.
But she just offered us some encouraging words, and she told us she'd been married for about 32 years. And just that kind of outpouring of encouragement to let you know that the road might not necessarily always be easy, but you just really have to cling to each other. And I think that's something that Caleb and I have been focused on throughout this entire process. And it's funny because there will be times where so many little things will start popping up that one of us might get overwhelmed or both of us get overwhelmed, but we always recenter on the fact that this is about us and this is a huge deal about us, and we can relish in the fact that this is us, this is our time to prepare to get ready for what God has in store for us. So that's just really, really super exciting. And just the idea that I'm really about to marry my best friend, like that's wow. That's brilliant. That's beautiful. That's great.
And I think we've done a pretty good job at that because I mean, just like in life and in marriage, both of y'all not gonna be 100 all the time. So if one of us is at 20, we need to make up that other 80 for the other person, not just basically just leave them at 20.
Don't be pulling no dead weight.
So
that ain't the same thing.
Yes, that's completely different. But just making up that difference, because there are gonna be times when, like, I feel like we just had a situation where we were just frustrated, and then it kind of just went away. Not necessarily like we didn't like handle it, or that we didn't acknowledge the fact that it was there, but I think that it always takes a little bit of recognition that whatever it is not bigger than what we're trying to get to.
I think we did a good job in the instance that you referring to with just really balancing each other, like being able to keep that level head when the other one isn't necessarily able to remove emotion from whatever the situation may be is super duper helpful. I had a day last week where I was like frazzled, like all day on edge at work, and when I got home, I literally had to stop and take a look at Caleb, like none of that matters. Like I'm at home, none of that matters. I am free. And then the next day, like literally ever since then, like that's just been it. Like when I'm at work, I'm fully engaged at work. But when I come home, I'm home. I focus on the things that I should be focusing on, the things that I want to do, spending time doing the things that I should be spending time with, and trying to engage with Caleb with the time that we have, and just really focusing on that, focusing what our goal is, where we're going, what we're about to step into, and just really trying to prepare.
I think it's funny now that I still don't know what it was, but I remember that day now because, so fellas, if you have a significant other, just make sure you pay attention, because sometimes you could be very, how can I say this? You could be so wrapped up in other stuff that you can almost be writing off your significant other's feelings or what it is that's actually going on. So the day that Micah was feeling like down, or she was just having a hard day at work, I think we kind of have it in our daily routine of just checking in on each other, seeing how the day had went. Excuse me, checking in, seeing how work had gone, and blah blah blah. And I think I came home And then out of routine, I probably ask her like, "Hey, how did work go?" and blah blah blah. But I feel like that day, the day that she was super down, I feel like I was like real up, and I didn't realize that I basically was like, I didn't feel like I was kind of like disregarding her feelings. But then I didn't realize it until Micah actually brought it to my attention. It was like, I feel bad because I don't feel good, but I can tell that you feel good. And then I had to sit there and think, like, I don't know. You remember that? So it's kind of like, you know, acknowledging that and then trying to assist in whatever way that I can. And that's not saying that obviously she wasn't telling me to basically like chill out, don't be happy, because that's not the type of person that she is. But she just wanted to let me know that she wasn't basically trying to bring me down because she wasn't feeling up to it at the time. But I think it just goes to show like sometimes you do have to kind of take a step back and then try to reassess things. I think that day, I don't know if it was that day or if we had already started, but we started a Bible plan a week ago. It's called Marriage, a Lifelong Journey. I don't know who it's by, but it was a week long Bible plan, and it was pretty good. It talked about trying times. I think that was mainly the main focus. The thing that we kind of run into is that we try to stay up on our Bible plans, but a lot of the times they don't really have a lot of Bible plans for engaged couples. They have it for married couples, and a lot of them are
married couples that hate each other.
Most of the time, yeah. And it sucks because you read the description, it sounds great. And then you read like the first devotional and it's like, wait, we don't have this problem.
Yeah, real bleak.
Like, yeah, we don't have this problem. So maybe we should, then Micah be like, did you read the devotional? And I'm like, no. And then it's like, well, you might want to read that because this ain't for us. So then I read it and it's like, okay, then we got to find another one.
I ain't cheating on you with the mailman. This don't apply to us.
I don't know who be writing this stuff. And I really feel like they probably need to go do some counseling, but
I think that's kind of the point.
Oh yeah, but I think it basically reminded us that we were doing what we were supposed to be doing, and I think sometimes it's hard for us to realize it with the flurry of information and all this stuff. Bill here, we got to pay this, got to pay that, and then really it's just making sure that we focus on each other, and I think that we've done a really good job at that lately, just carving out time. Whether it be on date night or if it just be one of us telling the other one, just like, let's just chill out for a minute. Let's just not do nothing.
Speaking of date night, we went to the Grey Ghost on Monday. Don't ever go there. It was the most caucasoid and disgusting place I've ever had. They gave me jerk chicken and I swear it was burnt. It was terrible.
Oh my God.
But this weekend was awesome. So my bridal shower was this weekend, and I think it was one of those moments that really helped me reflect like, hey, like this gonna be lit. My bridal shower is something that I have been stressing about for months.
Man.
I ain't even the one planning the bridal shower, so I couldn't even imagine the kind of stress that my bridesmaids were under. I tried not to be a bridezilla, and my best friend is pretty, like, real, so I'm pretty sure if I was being, like, an a-hole, she'd be like, yeah, I'm not doing that, stop talking to me. Like, yeah, she ain't gonna hold no punches. So, I just know that she's been working really hard to plan this. Her and my other bridesmaids have been really working to get this planned, and they did a phenomenal job. The venue that they picked was awesome. They did a great job at decorating. They did a good job of making sure everybody who needed to get invited got invited. And it just was a really nice time for me to be able to have my family and Caleb's family, which is my family too, just around me, and to hear their words of encouragement and their words of support. My bridesmaids actually had little cards set aside to where we could get words of wisdom and advice. And Caleb is laughing because they wild. Like some of the advice and well wishes.
Disgusting. Nasty. Just nasty. The thing that make it worse, I don't care because once that's my wife, everything goes. But the thing that make it crazy was like, oh man, my aunt wrote that? Yeah. Oh, my cousin wrote that? My sister bought that? Now mind you, I didn't see nothing that she bought, but I know it's probably all nasty.
When he see the gifts, it's just gonna make it even worse.
I don't want you to tell me who none of them came from.
I tried to scramble it up so I wouldn't even remember myself because but it was a lot. It was a lot.
That's disgusting.
It was a lot. Yeah.
But continue.
Even my own mama.
Oh God.
But just that outpouring of support, I think, is just cool. So a couple of the things that I think were super, like, just, I don't want to say repetitive, but really, really reiterated in terms of the advice that Caleb and I have received is, one, do not go to bed angry. And that's something that we've always tried to do since the beginning of our relationship. We try to talk about everything and really not sulk. So yesterday, just to show you, we were like out doing laundry. And I'm like, you real quiet. So even if nothing was wrong, even if something was wrong, I'm letting Caleb know that I am aware of you. I'm acknowledging you. I'm not completely just disregarding you in your space. And he's like, oh, no, I'm fine. Like, I'm just tired. And I'm like, oh, okay. But, I think that's just one of those things where it's super important to deal with your emotions. Not necessarily you got to be so reactive in the moment. Take time to think if you need to, but I think it's super important to really just work things out, hash things out, know how to fight, and know when it's okay to take that silence, but definitely don't let yourself sulk. And then you in a bitter mood, you go to bed, you wake up, and you don't even know where y'all stand. That ain't where you want to be.
Oh my gosh! So
next thing you know, one of y'all sleeping in the garage.
I think it's. Oh my gosh, we ain't got nothing in our garage, so I ain't sleeping out there. But I think it's important to. So you brought up knowing how to fight, and I think you could say that, but if you can only ask the other person, like, hey, if something like this was to happen, or if you were feeling this way, how would you feel? What would you want me to do? How would you want me to respond? They can give you that answer, but it's probably not going to be that answer when they're actually in the heat of the moment. So I think it's important for the conversation to be had, because if they're not receptive to that at that time, then you could tell them in a very good way that, hey, well, this is what you told me to do. If this is not what I need to be doing, then obviously I'm about to stop, but we need to figure something else out. So I think that's, learning how to fight essentially. It's just, you got to have that conversation, figure out the do's and don'ts. And, obviously you guys are going to bump your head, knock your head up against the wall, trying to figure each other out. And yeah, humans don't stay the same. So y'all going to have that.
That's the other great piece of advice I feel like we've been getting. And that was also one of the things that was talked about in our Bible plan, is just understanding the person that you're in a relationship with and potentially about to marry is not going to be that same person, hopefully 5 years from now. But that's okay. Change is a part of life. Change is a part of us as human beings, and we should always be striving to evolve and really become better versions of ourselves. I was just talking to my cousin Shell on Sunday or Saturday, God, after the bridal shower, and we were just talking about, yeah, it's cool for you to be with somebody because they make you feel good, but then when they don't, then what? You can't base everything off of
the good,
how you feel, not even off of the good, off of the bad, whatever it may be. How you feel, that's not how faith works. So when you are getting to know somebody, they're going to be completely changing, but that kind of excites me. Like, I like the fact that I always get to be learning you and seeing what's new and rolling and developing, because at the end of the day, we were put together for a purpose. It's not just, oh, you here to take up space and I'm here to take up space, and occasionally we'll take up space together. Like, no, we have goals that we're working towards. We got things that we are trying to accomplish. And I think the realization that you're not going to be the same forever and I'm not going to be the same forever just puts things in perspective. Like, till death do us part is real. Like,
I think it's cool that you brought that up, because we'll talk about it on the next podcast. I think this is the one where we're speaking on the next podcast, the 10-10-1. That kind of got me hyped. You want to tell them what that is?
So I was reading Girl Stop Apologizing by Rachel Hollis, and she talks about 10-10-1. And 10-10-1 is 10 years 10 dreams,
Dreams.
one goal. So she writes out every day where she sees herself in 10 years, but she writes it as if it's currently happening. So, for example, I'm a millionaire. I've successfully placed all of my assets in XYZ, whatever, and it's flourishing. I am a phenomenal wife, and my husband is super duper attractive, and we are madly in love with each other still to this day. Our kids have everything they need to be successful in life. I own XYZ company, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, you get the idea. So she writes about her 10 dreams. There are 10 different things that 10 dreams. But she also talks about them very specifically as if they are current. So she doesn't say, I would like to be fit or I'm going to be fit. She says, I am XYZ weight. I lift every day. I do yoga every day. I'm in the best shape of my life. That type of specific. Oh, in 10 years, your dream is to be rich? Nah. In 10 years, we going to have an 8-figure bank account really rolling in dough and just living the best life, getting paid to travel and do what we want to do. So that's the 10 dreams portion. And then the one goal is out of those 10 dreams, what action can you take right now to get you towards one of those things this year?
So Micah tasked. She thought it would be a great idea for us to do that together, and we
I
did
tasked a
it.
bunch of people with it. I was sending out emails like, join me in this.
So she sent it to me, and then she sent me hers as well. And I think that it's going to definitely be a topic that we discuss further. But I think that goes to your point of, just that we're not going to be the same. And, you know, everybody just make sure that you actually take time to realize who it is that if you are dating, or if you're dating, just make sure that you know the person's intentions, and that goes beyond their intentions with you, because that should be out the gate what their intentions should be. But even further, like what are their aspirations, what are their dreams? And then if that person tell you they ain't got no dreams or no aspirations, then you need to leave them alone, because they might be a serial killer.
And let them know that this is not just because y'all getting to know each other. This is not an invitation for them to take up space indefinitely in your life.
Yeah, because that would suck if you was like with somebody for that long, and then
even if you married, don't just be taking up space in my life. You gotta do something.
You be like Viola Davis in Fences, like, I was standing right here with you.
What?
10 years. Then the snot bubble pop out for Viola Davis.
Okay.
Y'all ain't seen Fences?
I love Fences, but
that's what she said.
Yeah. Moving on. Yeah, I think that's just super important, and I think another way to reinforce just acknowledging that person is constantly evolving is being aware of their dreams. I want to know what Caleb's dreams are. I obviously would hope and think that they included me in our future gaggle of children.
Girl, yeah.
But I also understand that as an individual, he has his own dreams and aspirations, and that's what attracts me to him. I don't want you all up in my business. You better go get a hobby. You better be all up in my face. Because when it's nap time, I'm taking this nap. You better go do something. Go watch ball. Do something. Do something.
Go watch what?
Go watch ball.
Go watch
basketball, football, somebody's ball. Get out of here, because I'm about to take this nap.
You said go watch ball out. I'm like, what the heck is that? But
ball in the family.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But no, I think that that's important too, and I think that's been something that we've both done during this time, is that we do spend time apart, and I think that's important and it's healthy, because if you be all up on each other, then y'all gonna be getting on each other's nerves. Now, granted,
he just saying that because he about to go to Miami for his bachelor weekend.
I was referring to me playing basketball.
Yes, I'm salty.
I was referring to me playing basketball on Sunday evenings with my friends, and then I was referring to you going to Target. But no, but also now I would say yes. Okay,
yes, I love Target.
Okay, no more salt above sea level. Okay, buddy. Anyways, we both have our things that we like to do alone, and I think that it's important that you have those things, just because you may need an outlet, not necessarily to get away from them, but you there are things that you enjoy that your significant other may not enjoy, and that might bring you those things bring you joy, or they make you happy. So I think those are things that you still need to do, and maybe incorporate your significant other in some way that that they would actually like to be. Like, you don't want to just drag them along. So I think that again, it's just important to have those different things.
I agree. I think for the next 30 days, I'm just really interested to see how it all comes together. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I be on edge sometimes. Like, you said something about 20 minutes ago, and I was like, dang, we need a guest book. And I don't even remember what it was. Like, little things like that just keep them, like, just popping up in my mind.
When I was talking about the card.
Yes.
How you gonna show up? Like, I don't even know you was there.
We don't have a guest book. We gotta get a guest book. Feel free to get us a guest book.
Get us a college rule notebook. I don't care.
Don't you dare.
Okay.
I will rip it up in your face.
A 5-subject notebook.
I'm giving Caleb a real... Don't do it. Don't do it. Because I'm not going to be the one that's going to be like, what is this? Caleb going to be the one complaining, talking about what is this. After he was the one who told y'all the bad.
I don't care what format. The format don't matter. If y'all can't write, y'all can't write on a guest book.
Okay.
Just know how to write.
Caleb really the stickler for the details. I'm just along for the ride.
Yep, that's what happened when you about to marry a designer.
I just be like, all right, honey.
Like, yeah, this is
He picked out all the stuff. He picked out my dress for my bridal shower.
Yep. Now do it again.
Occasionally, I just mentally check out, and then Caleb just pick it up and carry it. So, yeah, that's where we at.
Like, yeah, that ain't... But you tell me when stuff ain't it.
For sure.
So, I definitely got to tell you when it ain't it.
I can't have you out here looking like you going to Walmart. You ain't about to be out here like that on my watch.
But when we do go to Walmart, I still be dressed like we about to go to Ruth's Chris. You be like, sweatpants. Those are the sleep in. You know, wear sweatpants.
Caleb got these Michigan sweatpants.
Them mugs got me through everything.
And what makes it even worse, he had like 2 pair of them mugs.
They both look exactly the same.
That I got rid of these. I really don't know where they keep coming from. Like,
you want me to throw them away?
Yes.
Both of them?
I just want you to stop wearing them out in public.
What am I cut grass in?
You can cut grass in them. Just keep them strictly for at home. Those? You absolutely do.
Where we go?
If we going to Chipotle or somewhere quick, you
man, Chipotle don't deserve none of my respect.
Like,
and nobody in it.
Chipotle tried to play me on Sunday, pre Game of Thrones Sunday. This is like blasphemous. We go to Chipotle on the hill, for those of y'all who know where that is. First of all, stay away from everything over there because they're trash. If I go to Panera one more time and they don't put avocado on my bacon and lettuce avocado sandwich, I just don't know what
I didn't know where you was going. They said avocado on my bacon. I was like, what?
On my bacon avocado turkey sandwich. Yeah, it's a turkey BLT with avocado, and they always be skipping the avocado because they trash. But we go to Chipotle, get the food, come back home. First of all, I'm pretty sure that these people that was in there, maybe they was ready to go. They closed at 9. We was there like 8. Maybe they wanted to get home and watch Game of Thrones. It was really more like 7:45. No, it was 8:05 because that was the time my receipt said. Yes, I remember that, and I'll tell you why. We get home, we ain't got no chips in the bag. Now, if you know about Chipotle, you know they charge you extra for when you get chips and guac. And I didn't necessarily ask for chips and guac. I just wanted my hot salsa on the side because they be putting too much and it be hot. So, me being the frugal individual that I am, knowing that we are paying for a wedding, girl, I called back up there like, hi, there are no chips in our bag. We were just there at 8:05. The person who actually rung me up was the same person who rung the phone. I know it was her because her name was on the receipt. Just as Gianna. Gianna's a trash individual and apparently also a manager, so watch out for her. So I'm like, hi, Gianna. I was just there. There are no chips in my bag. And she goes, okay. So there are 0 chips in your bag? I said, no, not a crumb. She says, okay. So I just want to make sure that I'm understanding because there's no chips in your bag, right? I said, that is correct. There are no chips in my bag. I'm like, I was charged for 2 bags of chips and guacamole at $3.45 each. She goes, wait, so you were here at $3.45? I said, no, that was the price that you charged me for each one of these chips and guacs that's on my receipt, but it ain't no chips in the bag. She goes, well, I'm just not understanding. I said, there are no chips in the bag. So she goes, okay, I said, is there someone else that I can speak to? Can I speak to a manager? She hit me with the I am your manager from the Pop Copy episode of Dave Chappelle. I said, all right, well, you acting a little slow.
Bruh,
so is there somebody else that I can talk to?
Hold on. Now, y'all might think that Micah is embellishing this story. Granted, at this point, we probably about less than 10 minutes away from Game of Thrones. We got friends and family over watching, about to get ready to watch. We all eating. Micah hadn't even really ate. She's on the phone with this girl. So mad to the point where she really just told an adult that she acting a little slow.
I said it so calm that I think she was taken aback.
When she said it, I think it was registered, and it was kind of like you pulled a slot machine. Micah called it slow, and it was just like, bring, bring, bring. Wait, I just got called slow? And then she was just like, ma'am. Ma'am. And now I'm going to tell y'all this. If anybody call y'all ma'am or sir, you are in trouble. I don't care how old you are. Ma'am.
I wasn't in trouble. I'm a grown woman.
Or something is terribly wrong, and it was wrong that she called her slow. She was like, ma'am, you don't have to talk to me like that. And then Micah goes, if my memory serves me correctly, well, you don't have to be slow.
I don't even remember saying
Dog, you were so mad.
I probably did tell her.
I just wanted you to eat your food. The story ended by...
First of all, Caleb was the one who was mad about the chips.
I was pissed.
I just wanted you to eat your food. I only called up there because you was mad.
I gave up because I gave up. I wasn't... Because when you really...
Caleb took the phone out of my hand, told the lady God bless, and hung up on her.
At least I told her God bless.
Oh, because her solution was that I could come and get the chips the next day.
Like our food was going to still be, you know what? I'm not even about to do it. So then
Caleb just took the phone and told me to hang up on her. And then when I wouldn't hang up on her, Caleb took the phone and was like, God bless, and hung up on her. So yeah.
Sometimes you just got to shun die on people.
Moving on. See how you keep having to propel me from point to point? Because you just showing out. You about to go to Yami. You getting flued out.
I'm trying to, I got to pack. I'm not even done packing.
We about to have to cut this short, y'all.
No, we ain't.
How many pairs of socks you got?
None. No, I ain't got
nothing in there.
Do you wear socks
in Miami?
I don't know. I ain't never been.
Did you check the weather? You ain't never been to Miami?
First off, you ain't got to come for me. Now everybody in the world know I ain't never been to Miami because I said it kind of monotone. So like, maybe I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. You ain't gonna Miami.
I'm just saying.
You ain't gonna Miami. But no, I don't know if I was in Miami. No, I've been to Orlando. Ain't that where the stuff at? Everything?
Dang.
Yeah, I think I've only been there.
I don't think Miami is like a place for single women.
I don't think, as far as I've been here, Miami ain't a place for single people.
Maybe. It was a whole bunch of young sirs when I went to Miami, and I don't mean
what does that mean?
Was men.
Young sirs?
Yeah, it was a lot of lesbians.
Young and Mays?
Yes.
Cool.
They was young sirs. Yes.
Cool.
You got to be respectable.
Okay.
There were a lot of them. Or young ma'ams.
Oh.
Young ma'ams.
Okay.
Also, the club that we went to, I don't know why Birdman was supposed to be there. Like, how do we end up here?
Why did you go there?
I don't know. I was with Brian.
He has a red star tattoo on his head.
He said he was getting all his tattoos removed.
That was when he was marrying Tony Braxton. But
that
you
was
see where that went.
I don't know what happened with him. I can't keep up. His face makes me uncomfortable, and he says the N word and every other word on his songs.
I think he looked like a tortoise out of the shell.
He do look a little Squirtle-ish. A little Pokemon-ish.
Big old Blastoise head.
Yeah, I get that.
For y'all Pokemon people. If you don't know who that is, then you suck.
Or you just way too young to be listening to this podcast
and
anyway.
You better get your mama.
You better go to bed. It's almost midnight.
They're not gonna listen to this. We recorded this at You out of control, yeah.
I'm tired.
This girl tired.
It's been a long day. I worked almost 10 hours today. A little delirious. But I think it's just super important to keep, moving forward. And if anybody else is in this process, like we're in the process, I know we have several friends right now who are also engaged. Just keep focused on each other. That's the biggest thing. That's the most important thing, because at the end of the day, that is what all of this is for. And a year from now, all of this other craziness is not going to matter. Yeah, it might be some family members who don't talk to you later, but Bernie Mac voice. You know what I was about to say.
You must say F them, you must say F them kids? Yo.
No.
Oh, I thought you must say F them kids.
Same thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember you about to say house party. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
So, I mean, just, two become one. You be all right.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
I think that's...
I still don't think it's really sank in for me yet.
That you getting to marry all of this.
No, that sank in a long time ago.
All of this.
It's just the closeness. I feel like everybody like, yeah, so it's any day now.
I don't think I really process how close it is in terms of actual days. I process it in how little time I have left to get things done. Like, I literally just confirmed my hair appointment yesterday.
But it's confirmed now.
Show is.
So, yeah. But that's what I was about to say. It's like, it's funny because people like, any day now, you're getting married any day now. But it's like, can you really say any day now if you tell me it's any day now every day? Like,
also, any day now is not a whole month away. Like, I feel like people just do that out of human nature. Like, oh my God, it's almost here. But they don't really care.
No, I kid you not. That's today as well. Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Somebody has told me that from Sunday up until today. The same person.
The next time they say any day now, just be like, well, what day is it? And see what they say.
No, I don't. I just be like, I've been counting these days down since July.
Caleb be knowing how many days we got left, and I don't even be knowing.
I've been waiting on this for a long time. This ain't taking forever. It's taking forever. Ooh. We about to go downtown.
About to go get a broom from the dollar store and jump.
They don't do that downtown.
Listen, it's so disheveled. You don't know what they do down there. This man spent 3 hours in the county clerk office trying to get a marriage license that they did incorrectly.
Lord, if y'all work for the city of Detroit, I want y'all to just go to the clerk office
and
just be like,
boo this man.
Man, just boo him. Just go in there and just don't even have I don't want you to have no business. If you ain't got no business, the better. Just go down there and be like, boo. But then
you stink.
I guarantee you, if somebody will look at you, they gonna probably join in and they gonna feel better about their day. So if you want to make somebody's day feel better, if you want to make somebody feel better about their day, just go down to the clerk's office and just start booing.
Oh, but wait, low key, tell them about the story that what happened while you were at the county clerk's office. He seen the whole soap opera.
Man, that was so sad now that I think about it because I feel bad for that little girl. So I was waiting, and granted, like Micah said, I was literally in there for like 3.5 hours, and it got to the point where I was tired of scrolling on my phone. I really was just scrolling on my phone. It's out of muscle memory. I wasn't even looking. And I look up, I seen this guy. He walked in, kind of like Bryson Tiller. He had on like a dad hat, and he looked like Bryson Tiller. And then his girl, I was assuming it was his girlfriend or whoever, and his daughter was walking behind him. So they go in there, and granted, some more time go by. I don't know, maybe like 20, 30 minutes. And then the girl comes out with the daughter, and they're just walking, and the guy was nowhere around. So I'm like, maybe they didn't come together. The guy comes out like, hey, you know we got like, why did you do that? You ripped up the papers. And the girl then turns to him and says, yeah, I ripped the papers up. I do it again. And I'm about to go beat your B head in. Grabs the daughter, gets on the elevator, and that was the last thing she said as the elevator doors were closing. I'm about to go beat your B head in. The guy then goes, I'm thinking she's exaggerating. He exaggerating like she ripped stuff up. The guy goes back into the office and retrieves the manila envelope that he brought in there with like 30 papers in there. She ripped an entire envelope full of papers in half.
She was a psycho. She went to go put sugar in his gas tank.
Dude, when I tell you I thought that it was going to just be papers like just thrown everywhere. She literally ripped the entire envelope just in half. And I'm just like, she must have been
doing Tabo.
Or she must have found out that he was cheating at the friend of the court.
Hell hath no fury.
I mean, hell have no fury like nobody waiting in the clerk's office, but that's another subject.
True.
Because I'm going to have to go back in there on Monday when I get back from my trip.
But just think about it. We'll officially have our marriage license. Oh.
I'm going in there I'm going to be in there as soon as they open, I swear. I ain't playing with them. If y'all hear this, I ain't playing with you. And I want my marriage license on time.
If y'all hear this, we want a refund and it should be free.
If they do that, then I'll renege on all of this.
Never know what you're gonna get unless you ask.
I already paid. I already paid. But yeah, it's slowly coming. I think these next couple weeks gonna definitely expedite my thinking. Like with my bachelor activities this weekend, then Micah is gonna be out of town the weekend after, and then weekend after that, then that's when your stuff is. So then it's like that's like 2 weeks before, I think. So then at that point it's gonna be like, maybe this is really coming.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. I should have took a 2-week vacation before the wedding to mentally prepare myself.
You think
I need a sabbatical?
Jesus, you going from LA?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So I think it works even better now because I work for our church. So now I really don't have no, like I'm gonna be there on time for our rehearsal. I'm gonna be there.
You was gonna be on time anyway.
I mean, I can walk down the steps now.
True.
So like legit, I'm like maybe like 50 steps away from the chapel. So
I know this because he sends me pictures occasionally of the courtyard.
Yes, it's in my office. Like I look outside my office and then like, oh damn, we gonna be taking our wedding pictures right there. Bam.
And then I just be at work looking at the ceiling while people standing on ladders on the phone above my head.
Yeah, you gotta report somebody to that or report that to somebody.
Somebody send this to Dan Gilbert.
Please do. Maybe he can pay us for this. I put a Quicken Loans commercial in there. If you pay me for
won't.
it. If you pay me for it.
Voice came on the radio earlier and I instantly changed it. I'm all set.
So much anger.
I love my job.
Gotta get the hate out your
heart. I need this money.
I need this money.
Okay, on that note, we've officially reached the point of delirium, and we're going to shut this down, because if I say on that note one more time, I don't know what I'm going to do myself.
On that note,
so you just going to say it 2 more times?
I mean, hold on. On that note, I'm going to go pack my clothes so I can go, because I got to be at the airport in like 3 hours. And
God bless.
And now I have my stuff packed. So... God bless.
I'm about to be at the house like that episode of Fresh Prince where Jazz and Will wasn't friends no more.
You about to have all types of people over here.
I am. It's a turn up. Come to 114 side. No, I'm just playing. It's not our address. Relax, honey.
Y'all have a fantastic weekend. And the rest of your work week, I will not be here. Suckers.
Magic Johnson voice.
I'm
not gonna be here.
Shout out to Magic Johnson quitting and not telling his boss, because boy, oh boy, that was flames.
Lord, good night.
Not gonna be here.
Good night. Go to bed.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Bye. Bye.